Mike was. It's just like seeing Rudy give that award again, and you know what he needs to kind of recaps of that. What are your thoughts on it?
Just really happy for him. He's worked real hard for it. He deserves it. It's obvious, what he's done to transform this team and his presence being on the team. So just super proud of. Hopefully he'll get a fifth one now.
You talk a lot about what the comfort level here with his teammates, city, with everything that's in that. How would you see him kind of get more comfortable when he done?
I think he's just more, once he's comfortable, he's more confident. I think he's more vocal. He's more animated when he plays, which all kind of translates to what he does on the defensive end. And I think when he's feeling good, guys are trusting him, and he feels that being felt from our guys. I think he just becomes a much more comfortable player and filling out the game and gambling when he could gamble and knowing when to do different times of games to do that stuff. So I hope that we're helping him a little bit.
Like, how cautious do you have to be? You've got a team in a corner coming home 2-0, but cautious you have to be to not walk out there and think it's going to be really easy to get to 3 else.
Yeah, no, that's the luxury we have is we're playing the Denver Nuggets, so there is no room to be, relaxing or being comfortable. We know who they are. We know their pedigree. We know they're well coached and they're going to be prepared. So we're going to try to match that and be, try to exceed what they're going to.
The Mike, when Rudy got traded on here, it was still an insider. I didn't even think about it. So it's the elder, the big man.
Before I got here, I was interested in seeing how it was going to work. Honestly, I had no idea if it was going to be successful or not. From the outside, you just assume the game was going a different way, and they're trying to shake it up and do something different. And, so I was just, all eyes in the air, just trying to see what was going to happen and see how it would work out.
The defensive effort the other night becomes exceptional for you guys. Look into that, or what enabled that?
Man, I wish I knew. I honestly think, the absence of Rudy kind of put a little bit more pressure on everybody as far as the group's concerned. Individually is concerned as well. Like, guys you didn't want to be that guy. You didn't want to be that guy not giving the effort. You didn't want to be that guy not being in the right spot, not communicating, because we knew that we didn't have Rudy back there to save us if something happened. So the team just kind of collectively got together and saw the efforts that were being put out there and put on a show for real. Like I haven't seen us play that hard or that aggressive and that connected in a long time.
Is it a luxury or a necessity to have broad-based leadership on a team? You've got footwear, you've got. Is that kind of the luxuries to this, or is that kind of a necessity for it?
Well, I think you got to have multiple guys. We got to have multiple guys who can command the realm, guys who will listen, guys who will follow. It's not all leadership, it's just being the guy up front and being able to tell everybody what to do. We have to be able to listen when people tell you something else and something you can improve on. And we have a lot of those guys who can do that and lead in a bunch of different ways, whether that's vocally or with their effort or on the court, off the court. So we're lucky in that aspect, and it's been good so far.
Could you still hear your coach from where he sat the first 3 games?
Barely. Sometimes I have to go sit next to him a couple times just to get a real feel of what he's trying to get accomplished, because can't really hear him that well. But Mike has done a great job, so far, being able to relay whatever coach needs to say.
At Conley had advantage just the physical endurance, stamina, ways to that is to suspend your feel out of the game, and I should maybe you're the operate better tuition. Because only me better man.
Yeah, I think we knew this was coming. January, December, all those early months of the season, we were playing the same way. People just now probably watching us and thinking that this is a playoff intensity, but we play defense like that all the time, which helps you get a condition for these types of atmospheres. Can you play defense and run on offense and do both for 4 quarters and not get tired? And that's what we've built ourselves up to do. And it's all kind of showing right now. We're able to not only, do it for 3-4 plays in a row, but, do it for a whole quarter. And the next group comes in and does it for a whole 5-6 minutes. Like, we need that from everybody. And everybody's been, working off the court, on practice days and doing all that stuff to get ready for it.
When you see some really good players and coaches getting a little flustered against you guys, is it your goal for
fake people having a game? Is that what their heads thinks?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a goal. I think it's just a byproduct of what we do. We want to be physical. We want to be aggressive. We're actually trying to work on ourselves more than we are worried about the other team. Like we're the team that kind of gets emotional sometimes. It talks to the refs a lot, and we might complain here and there. And we've done a great job of not doing that so far this playoff. We're just our head down, just worried about being aggressive and being physical, keeping that momentum going, and whatever they do, they do.
Like the other day, it's credit Rudy for setting the as a culture parts of player.
I think with Rudy, honestly, that's all he talks about. And it's all he don't want to talk about anything offensively, nothing about driving, kick, shooting threes. It's like you could make a three and he'd be like, oh, but the defense was great on the other, So it's just you're constantly hearing it. You're constantly being, put in front of your face. So I think he just made it, more of a priority for our team, and understanding that if we want to be great, we have to take care of this in the basketball and follow his lead on that part.
Like that, all the playoffs in this ball that they're seeing. What makes you think you really can try to do it?
He's unique in a lot of ways, but I think it's just, his playmaking ability is what makes him so unique at his size. There's a lot of times he's the guy getting the outlet and bringing it up to court like a point guard, and you don't see that very often, and he can make deliberate decisions on how to do anything too quickly. So he can make late plays and find guys when most people can't do that. And so it makes you have to always, you're always on guard, you're always engaged, no matter if you're off the ball or doubling him or whatever. And we already know what he does offensively as far as this game trying to score inside out. It's just a bunch of pressure that he applies to.
In the second half, you and Nas assisting on each other 3 times. Will you consciously kind of get him going out of the back to your start?
I think after he started going in the third quarter, I think we all were trying to get him the ball. When he gets hot, gets going.
But you hit him for that layup in stride.
Yeah, that was good. I wasn't necessarily looking for him. I was looking for Ant first, and then let Ant run through, and Nas was the next guy open. And I think from that point on, we all were just trying to make the right reads, and he was the beneficiary of a lot of that. And later in the game, he was actually in the right spots to be able to be receptive to sudden pass and be aggressive like to be.